Welcome back to my Minecraft beta world, where today I'm going to need a lot more materials for this world. So our goal today is going to be building up some kind of industrial district. So mob farms, wood, cobblestone, just making sure that we have a much safer source for everything that we might need for however long we play this world. I've been very busy. I've been trying to clear out and light up as many of the caves as I possibly can. Let me quickly show you. There we go. We can see all of those caves have been lit up as much as I probably could. There may have been a few casualties along the way, and then there's some more on this side. So, I think we're just going to get started by building our hostile mob farm and our passive mob farm. Starting with the hostile mob farm, I don't think it's going to fit. So with it being so big, I have to dig down a little bit just so that it would fit within the world height. This specific design is from the Deadly Dirt block, and for all the farms that I'm going to build today, I'm going to leave links in the description if you guys want to follow those and try and use them in your own worlds. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep working on the farm, and then I'll pop in again when something comes up. And I'm back. So I've finished most of the farm. I just have to do one last thing, but let me explain this a little bit. So I have all the water here to just catch the items and push them into this main section here, but I also have a lighting system. So if I flick this lever, it'll send a signal all the way up to the top and then release some lava, which would basically turn off the farm and like light it up. I just need to put a way for the lava to catch so then it doesn't fall in the water here. And in order to do that, I am going to do a little beta trick that I think you guys will like. So if I just come up here to where I built these platforms. Okay. So if I were to place a block here, and then specifically a sticky piston to the side here, place 2 bits of redstone, if I put a stair here and then activate that piston, it will become an invisible block. So then I can push them all the way down. Since these platforms are only 12 blocks across, that should be the maximum piston pushing limit. So then when mobs spawn, they will detect the invisible block, think that they can walk on it, but since it's invisible, they'll fall right through, kind of like a trapdoor or like a fence gate or something. So I'm gonna get all these done, and then I'll pop in again when it's finished. Okay, I lied. There was a lot more than just one more thing to be done. So I've put all the invisible blocks in, so then it keeps the lava up, as you can see, but I also added these glass walls, because there's only one block in between the edge of the spawning platforms and then the edge of the, like, item sorter thing. So mobs, if they walked off that side, could fall and then land on the like side here, if not all the way outside. So these will prevent the mobs from falling outside of the catching thing. And then obviously I put a massive roof on it, so then when I turn off the lava, it will work 24/7. It doesn't have to be night, and it can be day as well. I did do a quick test just to see how many drops I can get within like an hour or so, and this is all I have. But yeah, I'm super proud of this. It took a lot of time and a lot more cobblestone than I thought I would need. So instead of moving on to the passive mob farm like I said I would, I think I'm gonna build the cobblestone farm first, so then I can actually have the materials to build the rest of the farm instead of having to constantly go back down into the mines. Well, yes, I could get diamonds and stuff from that. It's just, I'm lazy, okay? I want to get stuff done. So for the cobblestone generator, I'm going to be using a design made by Syncwe. It's a TNT powered farm, so that's why I opted to make the mob farm first, so then I can have a bunch of gunpowder pretty easily. The tree farm I'm going to be making later on also uses a bunch of TNT, but I'll get to that later. So let's start another time lapse, and then I'll be back when it's done. Okay, it's now finished. All the redstone is wired up. I believe everything is in its proper place. I've only done 2 modules for now. I can expand it if I wanted to, but if I do, I'll probably just build another one. I've loaded in some TNT already, so I really hope this works. So let's turn it on. Okay. Does it work? Or did I do something wrong? Okay, I have been led to believe that I built the farm initially facing the wrong direction. For some reason it is specifically needs to be, the output needs to face the sun where it rises. So I really hope this time it works properly, because I might just have to move on and scrap this for later. So let's go. Okay, it's moving. Yes, it's sending the signal through. Kaboom! There we go! It's working! Let's go! Okay, let's see how much we got from that first bit of TNT. Once this is all collected and funneled in. I will have to deal with the water that's escaping a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. Another boom! Well, okay, yeah, it seems like everything is coming through. Some of it is getting stuck, so I'll have to change that. But it works now, and that's all that matters. Oh my god, yeah. So I've put a chest here for more of those cobblestones. I'm going to let all the TNT I loaded in go through, and then I'll show off what everything was all together. Okay, was that all the TNT? Looks like it. Nothing broke. Awesome. Okay. So far, my inventory is almost full. Will this just fill the rest up? Nope. It's getting there. There we go. Almost a full inventory's worth from 8 pieces of TNT. None of it was lost, except... Well, there is a chance that some of it might land on the piece of obsidian, but it shouldn't be too big of a problem. I am very happy with the results. Full chest worth here, and some extra. So now that I have this farm finished, and we have all the materials for more farms, I'm actually going to change the plan. I'm not going to do the passive mob farm, at least for right now, just because I don't really want to get rid of, like, 300 blocks worth of grass just to optimize the spawns. So we're just going to skip straight to the tree farm. So for the tree farm here, it's also a TNT-powered design by Syncwe, but it is also highly directional. This time, the clouds need to be heading towards you so that it will work. I'm just making the little item catcher here, and we'll hop into another time lapse. Hopefully all of these time lapses aren't too boring for you guys. Alright, the wood farm is now complete. Everything should be working, so let me explain this a little bit, at least from what I believe. So, we have the sand duplicator right here, which is uses the sand blocks to push the wood blocks that grow from the trees up and then over to here, so then they can accumulate to where these pistons are here and get pushed down. Once there's enough there, then a piece of TNT will be dropped, and obviously a bunch of wood will come down, it'll collect it, and there's a piston down here that'll push the items up into where I'm standing. And then we have a bunch of timers back here so that when it is the right time, it will give me a new sapling and a new piece of bone meal, and if you're fast enough, you can just, you only have to use one item slot. So if you can set up a auto clicker in the correct orientation. You don't have to really do anything. It's entirely AFK. It does only use birch trees, but it can easily be modified somewhere here so that it can do oak trees. It's just some problems with the larger oak trees, obviously. So, let's do a test. Let's turn on the sand duper and the timers. Plant a sapling and grow. It's working. The sand falls down, gets destroyed. Dirt gets placed back, and then grow another tree. There we go. Let's go through all of the supplies that I have for this farm, and then I'll show what I got. It is really loud, though. There we go. Kaboom! Okay, we got at least one. We went through maybe like half a stack of saplings so far. The blocks are getting pushed up. Everything works. Let's go. Okay, there might be something bugged with the piston to push stuff up, but other than that, we got almost a stack and a half of wood just from one blast. I think that's not too bad. We got a bunch of extra duplicated sand, we can deal with that. But we can use some of the saplings that get dropped from the leaves that are left behind. Okay, that's about 28 saplings, so not entirely self-made. It won't replenish itself, so you will have to at least make a separate manual tree farm. Maybe not. That, or I'll just add the oak attachment, so then it'll work for that. And then it makes things easier because oak is obviously way more abundant. But I think I'm gonna end it here. Even if we changed our plans a little bit, we did complete our goal of building an industrial district. We now have an amazing source of mob materials as well as cobblestone and wood. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Check out this video next, and I'll see you guys next time.